Hey, what do you say, my fellow weekend warriors? Today we're doing a no-fail pulled chicken in the Pit Boss pellet smoker, but you could do this in any kind of a pellet smoker, pellet grill, Weber kettle. You just want to start out at 225 degrees Fahrenheit. And today I'm using hickory pellets. I love hickory on chicken. It's got a bold, smoky, bacon-like flavor. And if you look right here on the bag, it'll tell you what it pairs good with: beef, chicken, pork. So chicken's what we're doing today. And smoked pulled chicken is a great alternative to pulled pork. This is something that's not gonna take you all day. You could feed a lot of people and it doesn't cost a lot of money. It'll shred up and go perfect on sandwiches, which is what we're gonna do today with the homemade coleslaw. And hey, if you're new here, my name's Mike. I'm all about cooking outside. I love firing up the smoker on the weekends. It's a great stress reliever. Smelling that smoke coming out after a long work week, cooking up some good food. So if you're into that, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and let me show you how to make this no-fail pulled chicken in the smoker. All right, so what I have here is a whole chicken that I have removed the spine and then cut it into 2 halves. This is gonna allow us to lay it flat on the grates, cook a little bit more evenly, and in general, it's just easier to work with this way, in my opinion. And what we wanna do is just do a simple salt, pepper, garlic on this. When you're cooking for a lot of people, you know there's always that 1 or 2 guests that doesn't like a barbecue rub or whatever it's gonna be. So we're gonna go simple. And the way I like to do that is I start with a bowl. Start out with about 4 tablespoons of Duke's mayo. This is gonna be our binder to help our seasoning stick to the chicken. And then to that, we're gonna do about 2 teaspoons of black pepper. You could do all these to taste. If you don't like a lot of pepper, just do 1 teaspoon. Same thing with the salt, about 2 teaspoons. And then we're gonna do a teaspoon of garlic powder. Just dump that right in. And then just go ahead and mix the salt, pepper, and garlic into the mayo. And once you get it all nice and incorporated, you'll see it's a nice, consistent mixture. And now when you go to rub this on your bird, put a little suntan lotion on it, everything's gonna be nice and evenly seasoned. So that's what we're gonna do now. Just go about a tablespoon per side. Rub it in. And get all in the little creases. Get around the wings. And then what you're gonna do, peel back the skin here on the breast. Just get some of that mayo and seasoning down in there as well. And then you'll do the same thing for the thighs. Just expose that meat. You'll have enough on your hands here to just go underneath and get plenty of that seasoning on there. We'll do that to both of these. You're gonna flip it over. Another tablespoon per side here. Nobody likes one-sided tasting meat, so you wanna get it nice and coated just like you did on the other side. Any little crevices you find, get it coated. All right, we'll flip these dudes over. And that's it, let's get it in the smoker. Get this door open. Get our first half in there, just like that. And then we're gonna use this second rack. I have the 3 series pellet smoker, which is the smallest. So if you have something bigger, you can put them side by side. Put this guy in the back. Push that back. Get this door closed. And what we're gonna do is cook this at 225 degrees Fahrenheit for the next couple hours. We wanna get it up to about 180, 185 in the thigh area, 165 in the breast. And now that that's in the smoker and we don't have to worry about it for a little while, we're gonna go ahead and make our coleslaw. So let's get into it. The first thing we gotta do for this coleslaw is make the sauce. And I'll put all the exact amounts on the screen. This is apple cider vinegar, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, prepared horseradish, about a 1/4 cup, Give it a little spice. 1 cup of mayonnaise. I'm using Duke's. Make sure we get all of that in there. Pinch of black pepper, pinch of salt. Combine all this together. Should make kind of a runny sauce. And it's gonna taste awesome. All right, that looks good. And then to that, I've got about a pound of cabbage with some carrots that I carefully cut up by hand, put in the bowl, and now we're gonna dump it into our sauce. And we're gonna give it a mix. Now, ideally, you wanna do this the day before, or at least a couple hours before, because you need time for this sauce to start to break down the cabbage, soften it up a little bit, and let all these flavors kind of marry together. So we're gonna give that a mix. And now we'll taste it to see if we seasoned it enough. That's perfect, doesn't need anything else. Nice punch of vinegar, a little bit of that horseradish in there. It goes perfect with chicken. So this is gonna go in the refrigerator, and we'll come back at about the 1 hour mark to see what our internal temperature on the chicken is, see how it looks, and if we need to do anything to it. All right, we just hit the 1 hour and 15-minute mark. Let's get this door open and see how we're doing here. It's looking good. Do a temperature check here in the breast. About 106 Fahrenheit. And the thigh is at about 112. So real quick, I'm gonna rotate these. There's a little bit of a temperature difference in rack position. The one that's lower is closer to the heat source. So just to make them nice and even, do that. So that's it for now. Let's close this door and we'll come back probably in about another hour and see how we're doing. All right, we're coming up on the 2.5 hour mark. Let's see how we're doing in here. Check this top guy. All right, so we're 180 in the thigh, 175 in the breast, so we're good. I'm gonna shut this down. We'll let these rest for about 15 minutes. Let them get cold enough for us to touch it with our hands without burning ourselves too bad. So get this door closed, let them rest 15 minutes, and we'll be back. All right, this chicken is cooled off about as long as I can stand it. I've got some cotton work gloves here that I'm gonna put under some nitrile gloves, just so I can pull this apart a little bit quicker. And it's not hard to do, guys. You just get in here and grab off a chunk. Take a look at this breast meat here. Picked up some nice pink color. The skin, it's up to you what you want to do with it. It is not crispy, but it will taste really good. It took on a lot of dark color from the smoke. And I'm just gonna start shredding it up in a pile till we get through all of it. Just grab in there, rip it right off the bone. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort. And what's good about this is you're gonna get breast meat, you're gonna get some chicken wing meat, the thighs, the drums, all mixed in together. It's gonna make for one killer sandwich. So let me get all this shredded up and we'll be back. And just like that, about 3 hours total to get this done. Pulled chicken, done in the smoker, coleslaw, ready to build a sandwich. Take a look at this meat. We got a full tray of this. I can smell that hickory smoke coming off of it. We're gonna feed a lot of people here on the cheap. I got a pile of bones over here that I'll throw away in a little bit, and let's get to making that sandwich. All right, let's make some room here. Just gonna do one bun. Let's get a big pile of meat. Make sure I get some dark meat and white meat in there. I like a little bit of skin. Now for a scoop of that coleslaw. This stuff is killer. kind of Alabama white sauce, coleslaw. And then I would put out a couple different barbecue sauces. I'm just going with my favorite here, just a little bit. Let's put that bun on there. What do you think, guys? I think that'll make an awesome thumbnail. Look at this. Give you a spin. And I'm going in for a bite. This is gonna be messy, but oh well. Here we go. That's about as good of a pulled chicken sandwich I've ever eaten. Hey, if you guys like what we're doing over here, hit that subscribe button right there and check out one of those 2 videos right there, and I'll see you over there. Oh my God, you gotta get over here and try a bite of this. This is unbelievable.